Hello, today I would like to show you how to fix this Townew T1 electronic garbage can. A lot of people under my video was asking me how to fix the lid not opening, and I was honestly unable to help you, and that's because all my devices were working properly until that one. I was trying really hard to get a 1-to-1 replacement, and I've got something that is looking exactly the same. This is exactly the same form factor, but it is from a 3 volt to 6 volt, and we need a 12 volt unit. So we are going to need a put resistor in between to make it working. So it is not like a very professional repair, but I will show you that it's going to work just fine. Let's start from turning it off and disassembling. We are going to remove and open only the top part. We are not interested in anything else. We are going to start from removing all those screws that are around. All screws have been removed, and we can open that plastic part. And this is our motor that we are going to replace. To remove the motor, we have to first undo those 2 screws and later that 2 on the bottom. To remove that assembly that is spring-loaded, and after removing that we will get access to all the screws that are holding the gearbox for the motor. So I'm going to start with those screws. Now that assembly can be lifted, just like that. After we undo those 4 screws, we can pull the assembly, and here we've got access to the screw that are holding the gearbox. This is the screw that was not possible to access. And this is our gearbox. I'm going to cut those wires as close to the motor. And this is the gearbox itself. We've got our cables. We've got the indication that this is a 12 volt appliance. And we are going to undo it. Replacing assembly is pretty easy. We have to undo those screws. Now we can open the gearbox. You have to watch out because there will be many gears and cogs. We've got another 2 screws that are holding in place our motor. We are going to unscrew them. Now the only thing that is holding the motor in place is that gear that is on the shaft. So we can just pull our motor down and it pops right out. This is the broken one. We've got our gear. This is the gear that goes towards the shaft. We can inspect that we do not have any broken gears, but from my perspective I'm pretty sure that there is nothing wrong, because if I pull it manually I've got no problem. Now I'm aligning the motor and the holes that are across. And the second screw. Just like that. The gear on the shaft. Like that. It's nicely rotating the gearbox. Now we can close everything back. And it's done. We can put it back. Those gears are going toward the lid. Just like that. And we are going to assemble it using those 3 screws. We've got our gearbox lid assembly connected. Now we are going to put that part down. I align everything and we can put those 4 screws. I screw everything down. We've got the 2 wires from a new motor. We've got 2 wires that were going to the old one, but we cannot join them together because that motor is a 6 volt. The genuine one was a 12 volt. We have to add a resistor in between. From my observation, around 10 ohm resistor is a good value. I've got 2 22 ohm resistors in parallel to get a little bit more of power. I didn't calculate it. That's because I'm pretty sure that's going to be only working in a very low duty cycle. So I expect that I'm going to open the lid 1 time per minute, the most. So the current is going to be only flowing when the lid is opening. So it's not going to require the real amount of power that we are going to dump. But of course, do your own research. That's my assumption. And let's try to assemble it. Let's make sure that it's not going to be catched by the moving arm. And we are going to see whether this is a good fix. So let's try it. And as you can see, it's working really nice. I believe it has too much power. It's slamming a little bit too hard. So you can make the resistance a little bit higher to lower the current that is going into the motor. But still, for my taste, looks like we've got a good fix. So the problem was lying in the broken motor. And after replacing with a substitute, we've got a good fix. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it interesting. See you next time and bye bye.